It's time to understand how you can use your page titles and content in order to show up for the questions that people are seeking answers to. But first, you've got to understand what are the subjects that people need help with that you have expertise in. If you don't know the answer to this, then there's a lot of other issues at hand, so you most likely do know what problems you solve for your potential customers. In previous videos, we talked about the importance of persona building. This is so incredibly important here, and if you haven't learned that already, I recommend going to our site, checking out our blog. We've got a lot of articles on it, even specific articles around how to create personas for the B2B environment, which is a little bit different because you actually have full buying teams of a primary decision maker, a lot of influencers that influence that deal, versus a single consumer who's making that decision themselves. So understand that first, and you need to have personas in place before you can really go to the next step. But let's assume that you've already created personas. You understand what their needs are, what their desired experience is, but more importantly, what are their problems and what are their pain points? You can really start with that, and by quickly just kind of looking into it, you can really understand what are the topics that they're likely searching for in order to figure out the answers to those problems or pain points. So let's assume that you know what the pain points are and problems that your personas are seeking answers to. You have an idea of what those keywords and key phrases are they're actually going to search to try to type in. You need to validate that people are actually searching for this. When we're in the business, we can make assumptions a lot of times, but we need to actually confirm that that's actually what they're searching for, and those keywords and key phrases are getting traffic, because we don't want to create content and not have anyone view it. That's a waste of time. It's disheartening. It's not something you want to do, obviously. And it's easy to validate. Google's actually got another free tool that they make available called Google Keyword Planner. And this is kind of a hidden tool. It sits within Google AdWords, so you can't just natively go and access Google Keyword Planner itself. You have to have an AdWords account, and within the AdWords platform, you can use Google Keyword Planner to actually find out what are the what keywords and key phrases are getting traffic. So this tool's really cool. You can type in a certain keyword or key phrase, and Google will not only show you the search volume per month of how many queries are taking place for that specific keyword or key phrase. They'll show you the competition for that keyword and key phrase. So on a scale of 0 to 100, what's the level of competition and how hard is it going to be to rank for that? But they'll also give you a lot of recommendations, saying this word has high competition, but here's 20 other key phrases that are similar that are actually getting traffic. Now this is really good information because people go to Google to actually make the search, so they have good data around the normal search volume for each keyword and key phrase, which allows you to start planning your content based off of that. So you kind of work your way backwards into it. So that way, when you go to actually create a blog post, say, exactly what that key phrase is that you're, ideally someone's typing into Google, and that page is going to show up for long term. Today, we talked about how to identify the right topics and titles for content in order to generate interest and inbound traffic. In our next video, we'll discuss the right one-page elements to use and really what you need to look out for in order to make sure that search engines can actually find the content that you've created. In the meantime, if you have any questions, comments, please leave them below and we'll definitely get to it. All right, thanks so much.